Hi guys, it's Princess Mia. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be reading another Robert Munsch book. But which one is it? Leave down in the comments down below if you think you know what it is. Drum roll, please. The Dark. It is a really funny story. I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get into it. The Dark. When Julianne came down the stairs for breakfast, there was a big cookie jar on the kitchen table. She turned it upside down, but nothing came out. So she hit the bottom of the jar. Whap, 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 and still nothing came out. Finally, she held the jar up over her head and looked in it. A small dark lump fell out and bounced on her nose and rolled across the table. Oops, sorry. Here's that better. Julianne said, "What's that?" And her mother said, "What's that?" And the small dark ate Julianne's shadow and got a little bigger. The small dark ate her mother's shadow and got a little bigger. And the small dark ate the toaster's shadow and got even bigger. "I think it's a dark," said Julianne. By this time, the dark was as big as the toaster. Julianne's father came in and said, "Hey, what's that?" And Julianne said, "It's the dark. It eats shadows." Julianne's father picked up the dark and threw it out the window. And the dark landed and bounced, boing, 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 down the street. The dark saw lots of car shadows and ate them up, and the dark saw lots of telephone pole shadows and ate them up. Is that better? Yeah. And the dark saw lots of house shadows and ate them up. The dark even saw some butterfly shadows and it ate them up. And the dark was now as big as a hill, and it came back to Julianne's house and sat on the roof and went to sleep. The whole yard was so dark that Julianne could not go out and play. Julianne's mother and father said, "What's this?" And they ran out to chase away the dark. But it was so dark outside that they got lost, and they couldn't even find the door to come back in. Julianne was very upset. Then she saw that the dark had not eaten her chair's shadow, so she broke off a piece and held it out the window. She yelled, "Food!" And the dark came right down the side of the house and jumped on the shadow. Oops, sorry. Almost didn't show the picture. Right there. Yeah. Then Julianne broke up the rest of the shadow into little pieces and put them into the cookie jar. Right away the dark flew through the window and jumped into the jar to eat the shadow. As soon as the dark was inside, Julianne put the top on the jar. She taped it with tape, she glued it with glue, and she plastered it with plaster, and she roped it with rope. Then all her friends helped her carry it to a garbage can, and they dumped it inside. And her mother and father called the garbage truck, and the truck came and took the dark away, and it never came back. All the shadows took a whole week to grow again. And that is the end of The Dark. It's a really interesting little story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I hope you learned something new. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below where you're from, and what other Robert Munsch books you loved when you were a kid, or books that you want to hear from me. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody!